20 on Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. So with that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. It always seems like we're rehashing the same story. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one, what kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what do they throw at?
Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Cleveland. This is taken at the 3. Take this one to the 25, put it to 26-yard line. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks, 6'5".
I like what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, he threw 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes. He's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
Like you, assertive in our production meeting.
Especially when we're talking about dinner.
That's
where I go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. His first look is incomplete. And this whole line is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He was going through his progressions. Not there. He decided to pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
The throw.
Down to the 35-yard line. Up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get an open field with a full head of steam. Oh, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they didn't get him down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. Now handoff here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there on the 2nd down.
I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. Down he goes.
Right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad. But a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Short one here to the tight end. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he could break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Huston. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Seibert's kick is good. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. To the main field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes on to the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
Love them, because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Hang on 3rd down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Action fake. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
It looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit. loosen them up, now back on their heels.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And he'll get this around the IC air. Taking it about the 16. But it's brought down after a huge return there. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10. Now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 41 now on first and 10. And here this time to the tailback. Only able to get two here. Down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Looking to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. But it's no need to force it. You can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
That was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
And I'll give it here to his running back. Down, well, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Touchdown. 3 yards in. And the Browns are going to tackle on an advantage. It's really happened so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Apparently, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Seibert on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Scoring seven, 3-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, here's Cyber now to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. Field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive when they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit grumpy. You understand the same way, just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us. And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 now. I went 3 now. Do better here. The 32 now. Here's first and 10. In his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts. He's able to diagnose the run, flies in like a missile. Stop that one behind the line of
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Second and 11.
coaches, anytime they call an in route, are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a third and long. They're going to be incomplete.
The punter was starting to get into a pretty good rhythm. He keeps getting opportunities. That's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Here's Matt Hawk now. Run it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. And 50 yards and take over first and 10. Heading out, it's a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it first and 10. Taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on second and 16 after the sack. Now out of the gun. Room at the 30. Finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Just with the Browns needed there. Gain of 17. CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field. And his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On the 34 now, here's first and 10. And give this time to the tailback. Five before he's brought down. Move the sticks for the Browns. A gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him, they blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. If he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run.
First down, they'll drop the throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he took the ball in.
When you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and observe whatever else happens after that.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Down at the Dolphins 35. Field those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
70. And they'll give it here to his running back. Nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, pretty well from them. Here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
2nd and 4. The pickup, and that's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. He has just a little bit of time to survey the scene. That's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to his own blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. And now out of the gun. Only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. The throw. They try and run for this. Taking it inside the 10, just shy of 5 6. Broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
They'll try to run for first and goal. He's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
Are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And a ground game here with the tailback. He'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Defensively, I think they can smell it stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And that'll be fourth and goal.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13 to nothing. Go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny, we had a conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. What did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick. Right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. In this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
To the main field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Comes the Miami offensive unit now that gets set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change up our ball?
Out of the gun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Time to the 10 man. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Given 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
They really need to get something going. They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them. Providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Run on the ball. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up for the 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, he's still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Backwards, back to the 33.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense.
That's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. To his running back, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 23.
Good route, big pickup for 1st down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And then out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now give it here to his running back. And just a couple of yards there down to the 17. Minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard. It's that. 4 yards on the pickup. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need that challenge flag for later in the game. Review the play. Head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it. And it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it You feel like you're right, then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, you can celebrate.
Set up and throw. Incomplete.
Sound fundamental defense thus far, and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
The incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming. The first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said.
He's in the backfield. Down he goes. Here. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
It's a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and throwing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
What?
Right now, out of the gun. He will not be able to get the first as he can get this down to the 5. Get 10 there. We hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis in this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. The kick by Sanders is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal. You did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. We'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Comes their leader and the captain of this offense back on the field. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have been in a touchdown.
He headed to the airport after the game. Ask the head coach about this drive. He's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A look to throw. Quickly here, and that's complete. Stops right at midfield. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And defensively, they were in zone covers. You have to be a little careful. You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is. To not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. Maybe if you still want to play zone, give the zone blitz scheme. Defensive end, defensive tackle. Doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This quarterback now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. And complete to the tight end. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. A first down pickup of 8.
They all came together there in breaking route, with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Red zone now. To throw. Rolling to his right. He's going to take it for it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They beat us scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Browns use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Run for it, first and goal. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, and what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. Reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. He's fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. We often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
See if that script is a good one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back. They're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And then here we go. It's not going to be any help as they take it behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. Spins by. We'll call that a punt, 54 yards. And the offense will take over the new set of downs. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
They get a little more cushion. Finds a man on the crossing route. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw here. Complete. Get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. For them, near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
That's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. This one's
that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss a 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball. He's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better than it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. 52 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now here come the Dolphins. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Plummer.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To pick up a 5. Brings up 2nd down. Second and 5.
They're trying to attack the zone defense. You're trying to figure out where your games are going to be. Depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field. This zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
He's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Time they've looked each way in this game, he comes through picking up the first.
The offense reads blitz. Doesn't matter where it's coming from. Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Just talking about football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield is success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it on the toss. He's got a first down of inside the midfield. Down at the 36-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
All together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree totally. I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches. Because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gain of 3 to the 33. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. He gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Here, that's complete. Inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to the ball.
Running on the draw. Second and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. That'll be well short of what he needed.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down stick. Don't let them get there. They rallied and made the tackle.
Out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit us first, this one from 40 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The field goal. Sanders to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well.
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interceptions so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know, and you agree with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart. He's touched. Left side to start the drive is complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. It's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
I give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper into the game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Good throw.
Scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backward, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. 21 yards. Well done on the return. The offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. They wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trying on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll ride now out of the gun. Down right in midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Trying a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping is big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'll give it here to his running back. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Definitely have to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And now out of the gun. What's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Play 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Dolphin football that they trail here as we get set for the fourth. Set from the 36 now, first and 10. And now out of the goal. A lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside. He's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. They've called this game a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. They used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure you get shit.
Second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, no matter whether it's man or zone. Especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Third down there, but he cannot connect. That's just a little bit off. It looked like maybe trying to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 53. Sanders' kick is good. High fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3, and I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. Hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. It's fielded at the 2. 25 to the 26-yard line. Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now a handoff here to his running back. I think this defense knew what was coming as he is behind the line. Set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now what a no, out of the gun. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball, punt it away? What kind of options do you have here? And what do you trust more on your team?
Now, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. That will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Be a little frustrating for them because they know if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Jamie Gillen down as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. That time, 57 yards the official distance. Possession will switch hands 1st and 10. Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They did a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. Field goal that they got 3 points out of, they got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's up for now.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board. Down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. That wasn't a hole open in the zone.
Yeah, I think early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action, they'll throw. Incomplete.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was knocked out.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. And that's pretty quickly. His fingers after the ball hit the ground.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus. The mental focus. Stay with it.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. That'll go as a 52. Not too shabby. Get the captain of this offense heading back out there. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily, when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up and they tend to play well.
They're running on the toss. And it just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. Bottom line is, he takes care of the ball.
The completion is tied in. He's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot, letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now handoff looking right. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll lead him to a 2nd and 3.
That's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 2nd and 3. Time right. He's going to use his legs. Down here at the 45-yard line. Exactly what they had in mind, but that's good for 6 and 1st down.
My partner, I'm a defender. Again, express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I can't give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots at quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter if he needs to make those plays with the legs.
No doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Calling the gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Could just sit on it here because they had the third down, got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now, they've got to feel
defensively a backbreaker. They'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 14. Down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little inbounds. Okay.
Michael Chandler, it's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now out of the gun. Head down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Staying bounce, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you talk to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more story, this game's over.
Time of the tailback. He's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Backs him up 1 yard and brings it third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Quarter down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And give it, here it is, running back. And for a 5-yard touchdown run. The Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
That was absolutely ideal for them. Wasn't they trying to solve this game away? I think one of my kids just graduated at the time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
But when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that was a 13-play drive in total. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. He'll steal it at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the Dolphins now down on the scoreboard. A little under a minute 50 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Pretty big.
Yeah. It's a short one here, complete to a tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw in. Here completes his tight end. The completion good for 3 on second down. Right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? You give them.
And they'll take it every single time. Nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Incomplete. Started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Taken down as he's inside the 40. We pick up a 16 and a Dolphin first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar way past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work in the office, doesn't it?
First down now, but the clock continues to move. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Snagging one. You don't see that every week.
No, you don't. But a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football. And you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Browns coming out on the field. And second to timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now a handoff here to his running back. Pick up a 7. Pass the 30 to the 32. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put it into this thing. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. There's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. You can share it with the home team.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. The game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
If you hold the team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game ball for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Let's see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game ball spoiled, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent the best player of all.
Yeah.
And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball. You get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.